episode of my creative journal. My name is Geneviève. I am Geneviève.versapin on Instagram and Versapin on Ravelry. And you are on the YouTube channel of Rives Compagnie, which is a shop of knitting, sewing classes, online classes, and inspiration, which you can find at the address here, and I put the link down below. So welcome to this new episode. It's been a while since I've been here. It's been a very busy time at Rives. If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen that we have just launched our new shirt workshop. So it is an online classes to teach you how to make a shirt for yourself, for a man or a woman. It's really a class that we made to give you all the techniques you need to make a shirt, because from a pattern to the other, the techniques stay the same. So if you have them and you have the best tips and you have advice and best practices and everything, you can really make any shirt you want. So more on that later. So I have been quite active creatively anyhow, so I have lots to show you. In knitting, I have two finished objects, one a small project and one medium project, let's say. My first finished object is a sweater for my son, Mihai. So I talked about it last time. Oh, I like it so much. I think it's gorgeous how it turned out. So it is a stripy shirt that I made using one main color, the beige gray that you see here, which is from Bleu Poussière. It is called French Gray in her Pied Bleu base, which is a sock base. So I doubled the main color here for the neckband, and then I let it run with a single strand and mix it with different colors to make the stripes. So I've used the teddy bear sweater by Petite Knit to do this. This teddy bear sweater pattern really just is my go-to raglan sweater for kids. I've done it twice. Well, this is the third time. And you don't have to stitch the teddy bear face every time. You can just go off and do what you want and use it just as a basic pattern, which I did. So I did it quite big. This is the 3-4 years, I think, size. And it's definitely big for my son. If I have a relevant video, I'll insert it here. It's big for him, but he likes it so much and he's gonna grow into it, which is perfect. The only thing is I think the neckband, well, the neckline is a bit wide on him. Maybe because it's too big for him still, but I think anyhow, I find it a bit big. The idea is that he wear this under his winter coat to keep warm. So I find that having a naked base of the neck here is going against that purpose. So I might try and insert as invisibly as I can. I might try and insert some elastic thread in the ribbing, just so really fine elastic thread, just to have it as tight, maybe just not going like this, just stay there, maybe even be a bit tighter on his neck. So I'll see. I didn't want to make it too small that it wouldn't fit easily over his head, and he has a big head, but now it's just a bit too wide for my taste. So I'll see if I can fix that, but very happy with this. So I went stash diving for this. So I had one skein of the Bleu Poussière main color and I ran out, but I finished the sleeve with the Viola yarn skein, mini skein, which is almost a perfect match to the Bleu Poussière, so I was quite happy about that. So this is a Viola yarn. It's perfect. I used up some stash and some minis. I never know what to do with minis, so that was great. Here I have a mini set from Urso Yarn Co. with these 3 colors. She did a sock set a couple years ago for Twist Festival. If from memory, I think this is Caprice, Boom Clap, and this one is either Mama or Encore Rose. and this is Silent Night, a color she did for Christmas a couple years ago. And the green is from A Wooden Nest, from a sale she did a couple years back too. So I'm really happy. It used up a lot of scrap yarn, and I had so much fun coming up with the stripes, and yeah, it's just really lovely. So I did 8 rows for the stripes. Let me count. Yeah, 8. So it's kind of big stripes, but not as wide as, let's say, the Douglas cardigan by Andrea Mori. It's sort of in between. Still big stripes, but I can have a lot of repetition still. I like it very much. I did the body a bit longer than Petite Knit said, and the sleeves a bit longer as well, just so it can fit for some time, at least. So that was it, and I'm planning an adult project for myself using the same idea. I'll show you in a sec. I've also done this hat. So this is my tiny finished object. So we had a couple of shows at Rives. We had an event at my place and then a trade show. So I wanted just to do a sample with the Rain Cloud and Sage Braven yarn, which we have in the shop. It is a gorgeous yarn of untreated merino, untreated German merino. And she did, Ruth of Rain Cloud and Sage did a pattern book to go with her yarn. And it had this simple hat in it. Just a simple ribbed hat. I think it's so pretty. It's so pretty with the turn here that you see the rib on the other side. I really think it's cute. And it used up 2/3 of a skein, maybe something like that. Or maybe just half of the skein. Really quick, good gift knit also. So for my big head, it doesn't fit super well. Well, it's okay. It's a bit tiny for my head, but I have a big head with a lot of hair. And generally those rimmed hats don't fit me so well for my shape of head. It's better without, but my sister was with me at the trade show and she tried it on and it fits super well. So when Christmas is coming, let's see what happens with that hat. Works in progress. I have been really good and continued on my masterpiece, that is the Sawyer pullover by Sari Norlund. It really is a big long-term project with all the cable here, the cables and the texture all over. It's not a quick knit, but I feel it's some sort of an heirloom project, if you will. I feel that, honestly, I think that I see myself wearing it a lot and for a long time. And I even think that maybe, maybe when Mihai thinks of his mother when he was young, he will see me in this shirt, like playing with him and cooking with him and everything. I just feel like it's a statement shirt. So I did the body, finished the body, stitched the shoulders, and I didn't bring it, but I'm 3/4 of my way on a sleeve. So I have done 3/4 of a sleeve, and I still need to do the other sleeve and the neckband. But I ran out of yarn. So I'm mixing 2 yarns. Urso Yarn Co. is the pink yarn, and I'm mixing it with some Nurtured Fine by Julie Asselin to get gauge. Basically, I think it was it called for a DK, and I'm holding 2 strands to get gauge. So I ran out of Nurtured Fine by Julie Asselin, so I need to get myself a new cone of that yarn. It comes in cones. It's a gorgeous yarn, and yeah, I just ran out. I think I'm gonna ask my dad for Christmas for the missing cone. And then I can finish my Sawyer pullover. But having ran out of yarn, it gave me an excuse to start a new project. And I talked about it last time. I was going to do a no frills in Devonia DK by John Arbin, which is a yarn we have in the shop. It is a gorgeous yarn, and I was hesitating between 2 colors, and the choice has been made for me a little because one of the colors just went out of the shop. Someone bought a good quantity, and that's great. So I couldn't do my project anymore. And the other color, I was hesitating between snow ash, which is a icy blue, gray, white, beautiful yarn, and sage sprig, which is a green gray soft sage, also very beautiful. And then I made another choice. I went for this gorgeous green blue, very deep color, very jewel toned color. I think I'm gonna try it on for you. It's so pretty. So the yarn is, I think, like the most beautiful yarn I have ever worked with. Oops, sorry for that. I'm at the end of the sleeve. I could have finished it, but then I think I would have lost the light to film this journal. Oh, I like it so much. Oh, I like it so much. It's just a simple sweater in a beautiful yarn with a beautiful color. You cannot go wrong. So I'm at the end of the sleeve here. I think I have like 4 rows left or something and bind off. So this yarn is a mix of 2 types of BFL, I think, and Wensleydale. It's a DK, so the no frills calls for a fingering and mohair. You can swap it for a single DK strand easily. Look at that gorgeous color. And it's quite fluffy. Can you see it? It's almost as if I had mohair in there. It's really quite fluffy. It's not coming up that much on camera, but it is quite fluffy. And I think it has great stitch definition as well. You can really see my stitches here. So it would be great for cables as well, or textured pattern. And it has a slight sheen to it as well. I think it's the Wensleydale in there that does that. So it's almost as if it had silk, but it doesn't. It's kind of the most luxurious yarn I have ever knit with. And it's not as soft as with like merino because of those long hair. Because of the fluff, you can really feel like you're wearing BFL. But if you are used to that, it's really, it's kind of the same texture as a mohair sweater, maybe. I think it's kind of a mixture of really soft and a bit rustic as well. I like it very much. Yeah. Oh, the color is just gorgeous. It's called Ocean Rain, the color. And we have lots of colors of this yarn in the shop. It's so gorgeous. Nothing more to say than I just want to finish it as soon as possible. I realized that there was a gap in my wardrobe for just simple knitted sweaters. Like not cropped, not with a funny shape, not a cardigan, just a simple basic sweater. And the no frills is really my go-to raglan. Like the teddy bear sweater is my go-to raglan for my son, but for me it's really the no frills by Petite Knit as well. That is just a simple raglan and then you can play with it. And speaking of playing with it, I have another version planned. I think it's gonna be very warm as well, this sweater. I'm in search of warmer clothes to enjoy spending time outside this winter. I think all the technical fabrics don't match wool. I need just wool sweaters and then I'm gonna enjoy being outside a lot. So the next no frills I'm gonna do, I think I haven't yet repeated a pattern, a women's pattern, a knitting pattern that is. I haven't done one twice yet. No frills is the first. And I find it really fun to kind of use the same one and then be a little bit more creative with it because it's a simple one. It's just a simple raglan sweater. So next version, you might recall in the last journal I showed you the amazing gift that my friend and business partner Paul gave me, Paul of Urso Yarn Co. So she did a kit with Jezabel B, and with 3 possible contrasting color choices, and she gave me a skein of each of the colors and a natural skein to complete the set. So a beautiful gift that I received. I think this is Topaz, this is Peach, and the last one is Augustina. And this last one we have in the shop on the Mouton base, which is a fingering, and it's so gorgeous. There we go. So I had these 4 skeins to play with, and I decided to pair them with some tuku wool. Tuku fingering that we have in the shop. It is, we have 2 bases of tuku wool in the shop. We have the fingering and the DK, and the fingering is not tuku sock, which has nylon. It's just 100% finished wool. It's just their fingering base, and it's a great yarn. So very rustic and just beautiful yarn. So I swatched for my next no frills. Ha! The light is a bit yellow now because it's getting late. So it's turning a bit yellowy, but it's just beautiful undyed white here and here. So I did 2 swatches, and oh, wrong side. So I did 2 swatches, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. So basically I played with the width of the stripes and the order of the colors. So this is 6 row stripes, and this is 8 rows. And I think I prefer this one. I think this one is just a bit of a blah width. Like, it's not big stripes, it's not small stripes, it's just, well, stripes. This one is a bit more statement-like, a bit bigger. And I really like the rhythm of these 8 rows in my son's sweater. So I think I'm gonna do that as well. And I like this placement of color better than this one, because basically in this one I sandwiched the white with the 2 more contrasting colors, so the dark aubergine red and the blue. And in this one I tried to go a bit more soft and sandwich the white with the pink, but I think this one is, again, more of a statement. I like it. I think it pops out a bit more, and I like how the pink plays with the red. So I like them together. Here they don't touch each other. Yeah, so I like this better, I think. So this, yeah, this swatch is what I'm gonna go with, and I can't wait to cast it on. I can't really see myself wearing this stripy sweater on a Christmas morning. Yep. And you know what it makes me think of as well? It makes me think of like a ski sweater. Like something like a vintage ski sweater. I don't practice skiing, but it makes me think of that. There you go. These are, oh, and I also, I'm also gonna swatch for my Novice Cardigan Chunky by Petite Knit. I'm on a roll with Petite Knit, really. I think her designs are so simple. It really, like, you never regret something you knitted with her patterns. Yeah, so I'm not gonna apologize for it, just gonna go with it. No, so another design I want to knit is her Novice Cardigan Chunky, and I have talked about it before, so I have just winded one. I put these into cakes and yeah, just can't wait to swatch. It's gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So this is Urso Yarn Co. Licorne, and this is a mohair I dyed. I botanically dyed. So I will make a swatch and show you next time, hopefully. I think it's gonna be so pretty. So that was it for knitting. A lot of knitting done. Yeah, I'm really in a mood for knitting, so that's great. Let's talk about sewing now. So some sewing, of course, because we released the shirt workshop, I've done a lot of shirt sewing. So I've sewn. I'm gonna try to insert a picture because really holding it doesn't do it justice, but I have sewn this shirt for my partner. So this is the Fairfield button-up. Let me see if I can button it up. This is the Fairfield button-up shirt that I did in the workshop, so that I'm sewing in the workshop. It's a pattern by Thread Theory, a Canadian company. So we have the printed pattern in the shop as a single purchase, or you can purchase a kit as well with this fabric to make the shirt, and the kit comes with the workshop built in as well if you want. It's optional, so you can make the shirt. So this is for my partner. It's a shirt I've done for him a couple times, so I was sure about the sizing, and it turned out really well. I'm really pleased, and I have put Atelier Brunette buttons on it, the palm buttons. And he doesn't usually have a pocket on his shirts, but I needed to show it in the class, so he has a pocket on this one. And yeah, it's just a very classic shirt, and I'm really happy about it. So that's one. We have a very detailed IGTV on the work. Oh no, it's in French. Sorry. So the workshop, just to summarize, as I was saying, it's not meant to sew a specific shirt pattern, but we cover in the workshop the Fairfield button-up. It's the one I'm sewing, which is the most classic of them all. Oh, there's a trailer on this YouTube channel. I'll link to it below with some information about the class if you want to go and have a look and see if you might be interested in the class. But yeah, we covered the Fairfield, and we make sure you have all the techniques you need for the Archer, the Cali shirt dress by Closet Core, Archer by Grainline Studio, and the Melilo by Deer and Doe. Yeah, so go watch the trailer. Follow the link below if you're interested. And I've sewn for myself, the shirt that I'm wearing in the class is an Archer because it's the only shirt I hadn't sewn before. So I wanted to sew it once before the class to make sure I understood all the techniques involved. So this is an Archer that I have made for myself. I'll try to put it on, even though it doesn't fit with what's underneath, just to show you a bit. So I have done it in our Lino Confort, which is a viscose and linen blend. Very drapey, a bit, it has some weight. It really doesn't go with what I'm wearing underneath, but still, it has some weight, so it kind of drops the shirt, if you know what I mean. It turned out really gorgeous. I really enjoyed that shirt, and I put some Atelier Brunette buttons on it as well. And yeah, not much to say. It's not for a beginner, this fabric, not as a shirt anyway, just because it moves. If you are a beginner, you want to go for a cotton for a shirt, but if you are a little bit more advanced, I find that viscose shirts are really fun and a bit more chic and just really pretty because it's more of a drapey shirt, so it's something different. I really like this shirt a lot. And so this is an Archer by Grainline Studio, if I haven't said. I also made another sample for the shop. We had a trade show and we had some beautiful flowery viscoses. We have some of it left in the shop, and I made I made a really pretty cielo dress. The cielo dress we also have a workshop for, a workshop really dedicated to that pattern. And yeah, just a simple straight dress in a beautiful fabric. So it just turned out so pretty. I'm really pleased with it. It really pops, that red. So we have some left in the shop, and we have ooh, I think there's a pin there. I feel a pin. Scary. Yeah, so we have yep. We have some flowery viscoses left. I think this one a bit, and a really pretty black one with delicate flowers. And we have some leopard, like maxi leopard prints one. So all good choices to make yourself a beautiful cielo and pair it with our workshop if you are a beginner. I have also cut out my next shirt, so it's all cut and ready to go. It is in a beautiful fabric hand-dyed by Christine of Les Arts Textiles du Témiscouata. It's available in the shop on its own or as part of a shirt kit. And it's gonna be so pretty. I'm gonna open up one piece here. So it's really different. It's hand-dyed. It has a bit of a tie-dye effect, but like monochrome. So it's really fun. It looks like a stormy sky. This color, this is 18, the color 18. Really pretty. And each piece is kind of different. I think it's gonna turn out so interesting. It's in a sturdy, but not sturdy, but it's in a cotton, like shirting cotton. So it doesn't move, really easy to sew for a beginner. Really accessible. And yeah, just an interesting choice. So it's all cut and ready to go. Hopefully I can show you the finished shirt next time. Then the dress I am wearing, which I haven't talked about since the beginning, but I just finished it like right before filming this journal, so that's why I'm filming a bit later than I do usually, because I wanted to finish it to celebrate the arrival of So Over It patterns in the shop. Woohoo! I mean, we have a lot of new pattern companies coming in, so it's nice, but I think it's a bigger moment for me than it is for the shop. Just because So Over It is my favorite pattern company. They have basically accompanied me since the beginning of my sewing practice for myself. I think Lisa Comfort, the founder, is so knowledgeable about sewing and so inspiring as an entrepreneur. So I'm so pleased to be able to carry their printed patterns. Oh yay! Let me show you. Yep. So yay for So Over It. I am so pleased. So we have obviously So Over It have like, I don't know, more than 100 patterns, but they don't carry them all as printed patterns. So we have their printed range, a selection of their printed range in the shop. But they are like their best pattern they do as printed runs, so it's really great. I am wearing the Heather, which I just showed you. It's the best secret pajama you could ever make. So it's a jersey dress that calls for a medium weight jersey. It has princess seams and inseam pockets here, so big deep pockets, and you can make it out of a stable jersey, a Ponte di Roma. Here I have a loopback terry, and you could have fun with color blocking as well. And it has princess seam in the back, which gives me a rare opportunity, in my case, to cinch in my back, which has a bit of an in curve. Can you say that? I have a bit of a curvy back, so I can really like cinch it in because it has princess seam on the back as well. I did cuffs, which the pattern doesn't call for, but I just wanted to make it look like a sweatshirt dress. And if I wanted to go further, I could have made a hemband as well to really make it like a sweatshirt dress, but I didn't go that far. I borrowed the cuffs from the Linden sweatshirt by Grainline Studio. So it's simple as that. And yeah, it's just so comfy. I like it so much. It's my second Heather. And yeah, my first one gets a lot of wear, and I'm happy to bring in a second one in a fun printed jersey that my sister-in-law gave me last Christmas. So I'm really happy about that. So yay for So Over It coming in. So I have here I brought the Heather that I made, and I also brought some inspiration. I'm inspired to make a combo. So I would like to make myself a Zadie blouse, which is the blouse here, Really pretty drapey blouse with gathers in the neckline and a short band collar in the neckline and full sleeves, full gathered sleeves. I think one of our Atelier Brunette viscoses would be really pretty with that. And I want to tuck it in an Ava skirt. So a simple straight skirt. Technical drawing here. So simple straight skirt. It's an ideal pattern for beginners. I think it would be a really pretty combo. And I also want to make myself a Georgie dress, which is this one. So it would be a second one for me. So a Georgie dress, which is another kind of secret pajama, I think. So another jersey dress, and it has a wrap bodice and full length sleeves. If you want, you could cut them shorter if you'd like. And you have a choice of gathered skirt or circle skirt. And I already have a version with the gathered skirt. I think I'm going to try a version with the circle skirt in this really pretty forest green jersey that we have in the shop. I think it could be my Christmas dress, or one of my Christmas dresses. Yes, I think I would be super comfy in that for Christmas spent playing on the floor with my son, and has some give for a good Christmas dinner, and be super cozy for a good Christmas night. Yes, so that's my plan. Because Silver is coming in the shop, we also have their kids range coming in. So we have the Puppy and Jazz collection, which is their kids range. And I have talked about them a lot before. There's a strawberry sweatshirt, which is a simple sweatshirt that is very sweet. Mihai has a couple of them already. There's the Birch Trousers, which is my favorite trouser that I have ever made for my son, because it has an elasticated waist and elasticated cuffs. I think that the ankle cuffs allows you to make a bit of a bigger version, and then the pants still sit on top of their feet because of the cuff just bunched up a bit, and they can really grow in it. So Mihai has a couple of them that have fitted for more than a year. They're just coming up to be a bit small. And there is the pansy dress, which is so sweet. If you have some leftover jersey, really simple dress to make, really sweet. And the elm t-shirt, which is a great, just simple staple. You can make it long sleeve, short sleeve. There's an option to make one of the shoulders with poppers. So having it open and closed with poppers, just so you can pass it more easily over a baby's head. You could also have just a simple neckband, but it's an option. It's a really sweet pattern range. I enjoy it a lot. I think I'm gonna make a strawberry sweatshirt out of my leftovers from this dress for Mihai. He's gonna be super cute. And a last project. Ooh, we're also welcoming Merchant and Mills in the shop this week. We have a couple of 4 or 5 patterns from them, printed patterns coming in the shop. They have gorgeous packaging. The patterns are beautiful. I can't wait to try them. I have never sewn Merchant and Mills. It was a choice from my business partner who really follows them and enjoys what they're doing. And as soon as the package arrived, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I want to try them. The overalls are just calling my names. And the Florence dress, I think, really beautiful as well. And as a last sewing project, I have talked about it before. I want to make myself a winter version of the Pietra pants by Closet Core Patterns. I still haven't done it. And last time I was hesitating between colors of Kaufmann Essex yarn dyed cotton linen. But now I'm even more confused. We have twills from Robert Kaufmann as well that are available from this week on. and it's just the perfect weight for some winter trousers, and the color is great as well, kind of an olivey, khaki, grayish green, really pretty, and I think it would make a beautiful pair as well. Maybe I could do both, have a brown pair in the nutmeg here and a green pair with this one. We shall see. So that is it for sewing. I have just a little experiment of botanical dyeing to share and a recommendation for a book/podcast, and then I will be done. So amidst all of my busy October, I still found time to do a bit of an experiment of botanical dyeing. I like to do these from time to time. So excuse my weird looking skeins. This is what I came up with. So I dyed these with red onion skin. And this is a bit of a weird result. So it's a very beautiful dark peach. You might not recall, but a while ago I had the same result with avocado skins, a dark peach. So I'm starting to think that my pot has a big role in the colors I'm obtaining. I'm using an aluminum pot, and I know it does something with mordancing or something, but I think it has a bigger influence than I think, because this is pretty much exactly the same color as I got last time with a different with avocado instead of red onion. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but anyhow, I'm just having fun with botanical dyeing. I'm not expecting colors in particular, so no problem. And this is three skeins of DK, and I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna pair them with colors from my stash and make, I think, an auto cardigan by Paul TB for my son. It's a really pretty pattern. I've done 2 of them already, one for myself, one for André, my partner, and they are both so different, even though it's the same pattern, just because of the yarn choice and the colors. And it's a pattern that goes from kids to adult, so it's and from kids to woman to man, so it's very generous in sizing. And yeah, I'm gonna do a kids version for my son. I think it's gonna be super pretty. Haven't decided if it's gonna be a cardigan or a sweater, because the pattern has a variation for both. It's like so many patterns in one. It's great. So go check it out if you don't know it. The Auto by Paul TB. I'm gonna put the link down below as well. And yeah, that's it for my little experiment of botanical dyeing. And lastly, a recommendation for a book/podcast. It is the book Calm Christmas and a Happy New Year, a little book of festive joy by Beth Campton. And it's such a delightful book. I'm through half of it, and I'm really just taking my time and reflecting between chapters and everything. It's just such a gorgeous book, and she has a podcast to go with it, which is now in its 2nd season. And I hadn't caught the announcement that she was making a 2nd season, and when I saw it in my podcast app, I got teary. I was so happy because her episodes are so calming and relaxing and so well made, and her voice is so soothing. So I really recommend the podcast, and if you want to go a bit further, the book as well. So Calm Christmas and a Happy New Year, a little book of festive joy. Really invites you to just think outside the box a bit when you think about Christmas, and maybe not take everything that has been done, like in your family, your traditions, maybe not think of them as being unchangeable and just a fact of life, but maybe something you can add your grain of salt to. And because my son is young, it's gonna be his 2nd Christmas. He doesn't expect anything. He doesn't know our traditions, so it's really a great time to think about it and maybe make it something that resembles our values, our priorities, or what we want from Christmas, basically, which is hopefully less stress, less, yeah, just less stress. A calm, festive, nourishing celebration, hopefully. So that is it for me. I hope you are well. I hope you are finding time for self-care in this beautiful November. I hope it's beautiful where you are. It is certainly a beautiful November. And yeah, I hope you're well. See you next time.